Hello everyone, welcome back to another recap. Today I did 3 trades. None of them work well. The first one, the one with the first percentile fair value gap, that one worked. But I could say that I made a little mistake and I end up making not as much as I should. This is the first trade with the first percentile fair value gap. I enter here after, actually I didn't wait for price close below the first percentile fair value gap, but since we have this week, then I assume price was going to close below that, and I entered there with a market order. My first target where I took partial, it's a low of day. Since I entered with 5 contract, then I decided to take partial with 3 and then left 2 runner. One was for yesterday low, which is at yesterday low. It's a 443. Around there. And then the other one, it's, I was expecting a sell-off. I'm trying to learn how to have bias and analyzing more the higher time frame, and I came up with the bearish bias today and expecting lower price. That's why I wanted to let one to run into the end of the day, or maybe a lower prices. But the mistake is that after taking partial, I should have moved to break even. In my normal account, I don't do that. It's which this is futures. How's it going, brother? This is futures. This is not forex. This is NQ. In my regular account, I don't move to break even. But with this one, after I take partial, I should. That's why I'm saying I should have moved to break even. But what happened? I felt like if I moved to break even and price was so close to my target, I could get stop out and then price move in my favor. Yes, makers. This is NQ makers. Yeah. So I left my stop order above half day and I got stop out with the rest of the contracts. And okay, done with that account, done with that first trade. I decided, okay, let's focus now on price action. Let's focus on the real trades. We took half day. You have the same stop out. It affected me more because I got stop out on that trade and then price aggressively. We have 7 down close candle. It had like a aggressive sell-off, aggressive reversal, and I was ready to keep entering for more downside after we do a pullback. The thing is that, like I said, we have yesterday close here, yesterday low, and with that, the chances for a reversal, in my opinion, increases, and I didn't care. I got stop out, price was moving in my favor. We have a nice fair value gap with a breaker inside. It looks like a nice setup. And I entered there, stop loss again at half day, targeting another low, maybe a 1-to-1. But I was never in profit in this trade. I entered with 1 contract because I was risking more than 50 points. So I got stop out after 20 minutes. A bad trade, a good trade, as of now, for me, it's just a trade. I have to figure it out when, because if we look at the 5 minute, if we look at the 5 minute, where is it? Here. If I wait for this 5 minute to close, then I wouldn't enter. So that's what I guess at some point I will come out, I will came out with that kind of knowledge. Like, should I wait for this candle for the next 5 minute candle to close? Shouldn't I? Because sometimes if I wait, imagine it hit the first value gap in the 1 minute and then super aggressive reverse, and then I will have to enter aggressive below this low. So what I'm trying to say is that I have to keep executing this, and then after 80 trades, then I will come out with a good idea. I took that inverse fair value gap. You took this inverse long. The other thing I like about this trade, it's also, again, we were inside macro. Long that, okay. That's nothing else than beautiful, because going against this, I haven't learned how to do that. Being able to identify when price is going to reverse and entering close to low of day, that's amazing. But I'm not focused on doing that because I think that's harder than actually trying to trade with the trend. But the other thing is, again, inside macro. And I'm used to see macro going in favor of the trend, but lately it's not like that. Lately it's not like that. It's actually macro open, fully reversed. I got stop out exactly after macro closes. That's my strategy though, and it was definitely not an A+ setup, so let's call my risk down. I see. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. But that was my trade, my first trade. It was a short. And after 20 minutes, I got stop out. Yesterday and today has been the hardest day. When it comes to, I feel like I have been kind of bored without finding setups. And since I've been losing for the past 3 weeks, now I feel like this is the last week of the month. I wanted this week to end on a high. Like, the weekend, I was excited to start this week, and maybe, I don't know why, but, and nothing has worked this week. Not even worked, but not even chances. Like, yesterday I took one trade, and today I was close to take also one trade. I took the other trade, and it was an A+ setup. It's very similar to my first trade. If we take a look at this, look at this. We have a high, price take this previous high, reverse, took this low, I enter on a pullback for more downside. Now look at my second trade. Oh no, that's my third, the third trade on the other account. But this one is kind of similar. I was very aware that yes, we were downtrending on the 1 minute, but we could be probably doing just a pullback in the 5 minute. I said that before entering, but I have to say it doesn't look nice. It doesn't, but it's the truth, and I have to learn from it. I was kind of bored and looking to do a trade that works. It's the truth. This is true. I wanted to do a trade that works and was hoping that maybe the next one was the one. I didn't want to also end another day with a losing day. And what I did, I just increased the loss. How long have you been trading for? I have been navigating the market for 1.5 years, but a month ago, it's when I started to trade different. It's also when I started to live streaming. But I have been in the market for 1.5 years. I trade price action. I'm learning to trade price action. I'm learning to trade price action, and I'm also learning and watching ICT videos. Took one out then of the chart to the trade price action. That could be also the same thing I could say, but I stayed in front of the chart and I took another loss. This my second loss. Well, it was my third loss, but my second on the main account. Again, I wanted to see price because I don't like to do a counter trend. I wanted to see more continuation, and it looks like I enter at the end of a pullback. I enter on this inverse with the just a fair value gap, and I go for 1-to-1 trades. So I was targeting this, but again, I got stop out immediately. Both trades, I got stop out. I was never in profit. I love my strategy. Now I'm finally gotten the hang of it. I guess at some point I'll be able to say the same, but I was thinking that one thing I have never tried in this 1.5 years that I have been trading, it's doing one thing consistently. Even though this is not working, I don't think a single strategy will work in 1 month. And this is where, in my opinion, we traders struggle the most at the beginning. When something that's not working, we start jumping and trying to fix something because it didn't work. But I understand it's not working. I have to lower my expectation, and I have to keep focused on collecting data, and then after 50, 80 trades, then start improving and making little changes. And even if that's not the way it works, even if that's wrong, that's something I have never tried, and that's what I want to do. Because I think even if whatever I'm doing, it's not working, if I ever get to switch to another strategy or learn from someone, that personality will help me as well. So with time, it will come trust. I agree. You're using funding account? Yes. Yes, this is actually, they're not looking good. Let me see if I can put it up. If you give me 1 second, I'll show the result of the funded accounts. Oh, I think it's here. But look, so as we can see, my main account is the 35, and on 51, the first one, this one, I have $500 left on that account. And then the second account, the one ended on 48. That's one that I do one strategy, something that I'm testing. Is the one that I did the first percent fair value gap. It's not that bad. I'm down. Like $650 in that account. It's not that bad. And then the other two, it's two my funded futures. One, it's copying the main account on 35. And the other one, it's one I'm not touching. I did one trade with it today because I have to do one trade every 7 days so they don't close it. But I'm planning on not touching that account. But that's how they're looking. What do you trade? I trade NQ, micros. That's how the account are looking in. And yeah, all of them are SIM funded accounts. And then I took another trade, the third one, it was with the account I don't want. Thank you, is so good. I just switched from Forex. Awesome, man. I see a lot of people. I have never traded Forex, but I see two things. I see a lot of people changing for Forex, and also I see a lot of what I think smart people saying that Forex it's not ideal now. But honestly, I have no idea. But I was look at my third trade, very similar to the first one. It's just again high, sell off, enter on a pullback, stop out immediately. I mean stop out, and then the third trade again high, sell off. We take that low. And stop out. At high of day, I only enter with one micro. I'm not focused on making money on this account. I just wanted to. That's the kind of trade what I do. So they keep the account alive. But very similar, and still, people in the live stream were kidding about how my entries, how my shorts looks like very good longs and how my longs looks like very good shorts, but it's true. But I think it's just learning to read price, and yeah, at some point with the journal and all of that, then I'll be able to see what's going on and why sometimes price continue after taking this low, and why sometimes price reverse. I have to be careful with the bias as well because I'm learning how to set the bias for the day, which I never liked, but it's important, I guess, because you have an idea how the higher time frame is looking. But that could also affect my trading if I have a bias that is completely wrong because I have no idea what I'm doing in the high time frame. Like, I'm not sure if today that affect me, but today I have a bearish bias, and look what happened. And that's the thing with bias. You have bearish bias and price close at high of day. But yeah, that was my 2 trades of the day. Oh, you will get soon. You will get it soon. Appreciate that one side. Oh, you got the copy trader after all. What do you mean copy trader? I have always used the copy trade. Actually, yeah. Even before starting live streaming. But that's it. I always say 2 trades a day because I don't like to count the first trade, because first trade with the other account, it's like a pattern that I'm testing out. So I don't like to count that trade. The hardest thing, it's starting. I want to get a funded account and start it. I'm using my funded futures and Tradify. Top Step, it's also a good prop firm. Those are my top 3 prop firm. Top Step, my funded futures, and Tradify. I'm talking from experience. I have no affiliation with them. None of them. But that's it. So this is the recap of the day. This is what I do every day. I live stream in the morning. I do all this trade live, and then I came in the afternoon and do a little recap. Why you have so many? Because, for example, here it's just one trade. Actually, it's one trade, partial, stop out. And here it's the actual entry on the account, and the second entry, it's the account that it's copying this account. So I enter with one, and then this account copied that entry, and then I get stop out, same thing. I get stop with here, and then you'll see another stop, which is with the other account. And that's what happened. That's why it looks like that. I hear Apex funded is good too. You could try it. I have tried, but you could try it. But that's it. Done for the day. I will be doing the same thing. Like I said, I don't want to change anything after I have done in total. I have a total of 40 trades with a 35 win rate. It looks bad, but it's just the beginning. I think that's the way it works. Which funding are you using? I'm using Tradify and my funded futures. But that's it. Going to end it here. Thank you for joining. And I guess I'll see you tomorrow.